Really? That time again? I'm going to need the better fishing spot. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fundacraft. I've been a busy boy in real life. Haven't had a great deal of opportunity to record some stuff, so hopefully today we can get into it. So what I had planned for today was actually detailing this stuff, sort of the landscape around, trying to get a little bit more depth and livability. So I've sort of opened up here. I've added a few fences in. We need to sort of fix this up, put a few bits there. We've got like little gardens happening down the back. And I've got these guys all knocked together. So, let's take a look. Oh, look at that, it's night time. I must have hit the record button. I reckon it automatically just drops the sun to there when I hit the record button. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a few of those houses all in there now. So, we need to pretty much landscape all around and get it looking like people actually live there. So, that is our job for today. We will try our best. Get a few bits and pieces together. So we've got some leaves, or as Corella says, bushes. Got some fences, some spruce trapdoors, some dark oak fences, lots of flowers. I think I had some seeds and stuff, so let's have a look in here. We might be able to plant some veggies. There we go. So we'll get all this stuff together. We'll head on back through here. Basically all we need to do is just chuck a couple of different crops and stuff in. We'll get rid of that one and we'll put some wheat in there. This little guy's got a little veggie patch, keep his family going. And do the sort of same over here. Have any dirt? I don't think so. Might have some over here. Way to be prepared, Funder. Way to be prepared. So, I don't even think we have a hoe. I'll just make a wooden one. Get some more of this stuff hoed up over here as well. So I'll duck into there. Chuck it down. We do actually have resources. So, it's all good. Might be a bit too far away, that one. So, we're basically just popping some little crops in and hoping for the best, really. Just making it look like every little bit of space has been utilised. So, space is at a premium. They do need to make use of it the best way they can. So, I'll go around. I'll get some gardens all put in. Get a little bit of landscaping done. And we'll see what it looks like when I pop back. Alright, so I'm back. I've done a little bit of work. Starting to get happy with it now. I'm going to try something really different though. I've been watching FWIP build again. That's usually either a really good idea or a really bad idea, depending. He's inspired me to try a custom tree. But as you can see, we've got a few of the crops in. We've got this guy here all ready to plant. We have this guy all done through here. We've built up some of the walls. We've done the terrain. We've got to figure out some sort of retaining wall pattern. And I'm going to get it all the way up there. So probably be like fence sticking out, something like this maybe. In certain areas with a little bit of detail in the middle. I'll have a muck around. I'll have a play. See what I come up with. It might just be pushed in one and have it as the background. So I'll see how I go. But as you can see, we've got sort of all this up here. If you're down here, you need to go up there. You do have to follow the path around. And that brings you back up through this little pond, waterfall. And then across here and then up and in. These houses will have floors and doors and roofs and stuff eventually, I'm sure. That's on the inside, so you know how good I am with that. So yeah, we come across, but yeah, I was seeing a few of FWIP's really nice custom trees, so fingers crossed this one turns out alright. So I felt like one should live around here somewhere. So I wanted to go up a fair way, so a fairly sizable tree. And brought plenty of oak with me. So he has sort of knocked out those pieces like that. The other one there, knock that out. You do replace it with something like that every now and then. You can leave those in if you wish. But the trick is not all of it comes out at the same height. So this comes sort of out this way. And then we have things just jutting out like this. So I can see I'm going to need a heap of scaffolding to get this thing the size and shape that I wanted. But I'm hoping it's going to look alright. Then we come back out like that. We start filling it in from all different shapes and angles, and we get a little bit of that airiness sticking through, so we don't want every single block full. But we want it full enough to be looking good. We just keep popping blocks and leaves and bits and pieces, keep smacking things around, getting rid of clumps of it. Just trying to keep a sense of airiness to the whole thing as well, and without overcrowding it. But there's only one way to keep learning, and that's to give it a crack. So if it's terrible, it won't stay. But I'll have to get all this done through here and bring it around and meet it up, and of course come down from underneath. Keep a little bit of airiness to it. Alrighty, I won't bore you with my creativity patterns, so I'll give it a crack and come back and we'll see how it looks. Well, it's official. I definitely need a lot more practice, but it's not the worst thing I've ever built. Probably close second. No. But it does the job. It puts a little custom tree in there, gives us some shade, sort of brings that area in. You can see it's nice and light and airy up through there, which is what I wanted. I didn't want like a thick, dense tree like the standard Minecraft ones. But I definitely know I need practice when I build a custom tree and Miss 11 goes, yeah, you can definitely tell it's custom. Yeah, thanks, kiddo. Thanks a bunch. Oh, I guess we better keep going with all our other stuff and get on with the episode. So, I will think of other things to do for the landscaping around here, get those other houses all sort of popped in. Oh, I don't think I popped the trapdoors on the awnings of these houses either, so just like a little awning there. Cheat across there, we'll go up there like that. So some of them will actually get a couple. And that one sort of steps up. Yeah, we'll go down. It just adds a little bit more detail to these guys. So we can have that sort of little archway again there. Get some fence posts and things like that through there. Told you I was going to need some scaffolding. Alrighty, sun's going down. Sun's getting real low there, big guy. So we'll go and have a kip. And then we're going to head over to Eureka now. And we're going to do a little bit of work over there to make it look like the windmill actually has something to do. So I'll get started over there and I'll bring you guys back shortly. Alrighty, and I'm back. So I'll put the little fence line in here. As you can probably tell from what we're going to do, we're going to be planting a lot of wheat. But we need to sort of space our water in spots where it will actually help to hydrate all the ground and keep all the crops well. Keep all the crops growing well. But while we did this mundane work, I thought I'd just have a bit of a chat about things that have been going on with YouTube at the moment and this COPPA business. It's put a lot of YouTubers' channels and things. Basically, it's questioning whether a lot of people are going to continue onto YouTube, myself included, to see how this whole COPPA business sort of plays out. It's quite a few details, quite a lot of stuff sort of comes out from time to time. People saying you're all safe, people saying you're not. Watched a lot of lawyer videos. Those guys, going, you could be covered under this section of it, you might not be, you could be, it may be this, it may be that. So it's really hard to tell what sort of is going to happen with a lot of YouTube channels in regards to it all. Most people do try and create sort of a family-friendly-ish sort of channel, and in the past that's been rewarded by YouTube themselves. Promoting the channel better. And basically everything's just been pushed better if you promote family-friendly materials. And now pretty much everyone's going to be penalised for doing family-friendly material. Aim your content toward kids, could cop a massive fine. Don't aim your content towards kids. You don't basically make any money off YouTube. Say that your content's for kids, you don't make any money from YouTube. Say it's not for kids, found breaching it, big dramas, all that kind of stuff. So it's really all up in the air as to what creators are going to do. I know some of my favourites like Wells Knight, he's at the moment trying out Twitch, seeing whether that's going to be a viable option for him. I certainly hope so. I've caught a couple of his streams, but being down here in Australia, it gets a bit hard when they stream when I've either got to go to work or they get on just as I've got to go to bed. That's the downside about being in a completely different time zone to most of the content creators that I do watch on YouTube and get inspiration from, like Fwip and Wells Knight. Even Green from time to time. I enjoy watching some of his videos, and it just sort of helps you see different ways that you can build and have fun with this game, and it all could be sort of taken away from us at any moment after sort of the rules are reviewed and kicked in on YouTube. So we sort of just don't know what's going to happen. And that makes it a little bit harder as to whether or not, we should be making new videos. Do we leave it? Do we see how it's going to go? Do we, it makes it a bit hard, especially when you're so uncertain. The terms of the rules and regulations don't actually state anything, absolute certainty what is or isn't directed at kids. It's sort of a little bit of grey area, which most people are panicking about. And I don't blame them. There's some content creators out there that they found in breach because YouTube's wiped their hands of it. They could face up to $42,000 per video. And you look at some of these creators out there with, hundreds and hundreds of videos to their channels. If they get found to be in breach, their entire career is not only gone because YouTube deletes everything on there, but their entire life is pretty much over because they'll be constantly just paying a fine off, or even imprisoned just because they wanted to make a few videos and entertain some people. And the powers that be that were actually taking all the data and getting it all weren't actually the people that probably get into big trouble for it. So YouTube has done their settlement of $170 million. So obviously they said, we might have been doing something wrong. We'll pay this and change the terms of service to say that all content creators now have to agree that they are legally liable for the content and the and everything that goes up on their channels. Which most people don't do anything illegal on their channel, but the COPPA states that you can't get any information and target advertising and stuff towards kids. So most content creators don't get that data. So, you would think that most people would be safe. But the way that they've worded it basically means that if you make a video that kids want to watch, you're responsible for YouTube collecting that data on your behalf. So it does make it a little bit iffy and scary as to how people should proceed, basically, whether or not they should keep doing YouTube or move to other platforms if it's viable for them. So yeah, it could be a little scary. It could be an interesting development. We'll see what happens when the rules kick in. But there are petitions going around. They haven't finalised the rules yet. So if you don't want to see your favourite content creators disappear off YouTube, speak up. Go to the FTC website. Jump onto it. Sign petitions. Do whatever you need to do. Basically, make it so that a lot of the people that just want to get on and make videos, enjoy doing it, aren't going to get penalised for having a bit of fun and making a few videos about some video games. Anyway, enough about that boring stuff. I'm out of seeds, but as you can tell from what we're going to be doing, we're making some big wheat fields. My plan is to have sort of this whole area sort of sweeping back up towards that hill there. I'll have that all custom done. Make it sort of a bit more of a slope so it sort of comes up and over and then sort of branches all the way around here, sort of out there. So it looks like it's, supporting an entire village of people. Not the village people, and a village of people. That could be an interesting development, having those guys move in. Anyway, starting to get night time. I think I've rambled on enough for today. I'm going to leave this one here, short and sweet. Just wanted to give you a quick update on why it's sort of taken so long to put a video out. So yeah, hopefully we can still keep making them. We can keep chucking them out there. People can keep enjoying them. Anyway, guys, if you like this one, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.